in food and beverage here at the Pomeroy, and I have a background in kinesiology from Simon Fraser University, and I also have a lot of experience in weightlifting and human movement, so I've been asked to help out with this video series. This video is about our equipment that we have in the gym here at residence. We're going to introduce each piece of equipment, how to properly use it so that you don't hurt yourself, and what muscles we're going to target when we use that. Great, so this is the squat rack, probably one of my favorite pieces in the gym. So you can obviously do squats here with the barbell. You can also bring a bench in and do your bench press. And you can also take one of the barbells down and do your deadlifts there. So it's a very useful piece of equipment. For squatting, you're definitely going to want the barbell to be at a good height for you to pick it up. So this is a little bit too low for me. You can see it's below my shoulders, like well below my shoulders. I might move it up one lift. And so what I would do is I would take the barbell off, drop it down, set it down. You just pull the yellow knob and slide it up. So now the rack is adjusted. I can pick up the barbell and place it back. So you want to be careful not to round your back and hinge at the hips. And then to get it up to your shoulders, you just have to, I guess it's kind of a complex movement, but you just clean it up basically. So now this is at a better height for me to do some squats. When picking up the barbell onto your back, you want to make sure it gets into the muscly part of your back here, like your traps basically. You center your hands on the bar. There's little markings here to show where the center is. You just want them to be even. You step under the bar with both feet directly under the bar, and you push up, making sure that bar is right on your traps. And so you want to make sure that you have about shoulder width stance apart with your feet. You want to make sure that your pelvis is tucked under, and so that is helping activate your abdominal muscles. You want to make sure that your arms are underneath the bar here, and you want to lower slowly. It's always good to warm up with the bar first. Just that warms up your body and your joints to get ready for the movement. And then you can slowly start to add weight gradually, like start off with 10 pounds. Make sure you use the clips. So slide it on. And then with these clips, just give it a squeeze. Slide it on, and then it's good to go. Squeeze, slide it off. So we're going to do some bench press. So what I like to do is I straddle the bench and I put the barbell just on the bench. You just want to make sure that it's centered so that it doesn't flip over. And then we can adjust to the right height. There's numbers on the side here so that you can match it up on the other side. You might have to test it out to see if the barbell is at a good height for you, and to see if the bench is at a good placement beneath the barbell. So this feels pretty good for me. I'll still be able to push up on the bar. You don't want it to be so high that you have to like jolt to get it down, or so low that you basically have to do a full-on bench press to get it off the rack. And one thing that I think is really important for when you're doing bench press is you want to take your shoulder blades and suck them back. Proud chest. That allows you to isolate your pectoral muscles. You want to hold it like that as you do the whole movement. So you line up your hands as you would for the back squat, like I said. And you push off, and you want your arms to just be straight up and down. So your wrists are stacked over your elbows, which are stacked over your shoulders. And so you lower down slowly. You want to bring it all the way to your chest and push up, keeping those shoulder blades sucked in behind you. You can notice how my core is tight, how my glutes are tight, my feet are on the floor. Tip backwards, and it should land right in the holders if you have set it up properly. So now we're going to do the deadlift, which I think is a very important movement, really useful if you want to build strength in multiple important areas of your body. So what I've done is I've just taken the barbell off of the squat rack, set it on the ground, and I've added two 10-pound plates, so pretty light for now. So you want your feet to be about shoulder width apart and your toes facing forward. A deadlift is a hip hinge, basically. So you're hinging at your hips. You are not hinging at your knees. You're mostly using your hips, and that's going to target your gluteal muscles as well as your hamstrings on the back of your thigh. If you are to bend your knees too much, you're gonna start using your quads, and that's not what this movement is for. So again, we're just hinging at the hips. You hinge down, you grab the bar wherever's comfortable. You can see there's a slight bend in my knee, but nothing crazy. And then you wanna pull your shoulder blades back and keep that back flat. And then we're gonna use our butt and our hamstrings to pull this up off the ground. You want to keep the barbell as close to your body the entire time. So you reverse it when you go back down. So another variation of deadlifts is the sumo deadlift. So a sumo, you're gonna have your stance a lot wider, and you'll see that my feet are pointed outwards. You don't want them to be like crazy pointed outwards, just a little bit. Basically the movement's gonna be the same. You're gonna hinge down at your hips, grab where it's comfortable, pull those shoulders back, and you're gonna use your gluteals and your hamstrings, which are at the back of your thighs and your butt. So this is the leg press machine. You can do it either with your body down at the bottom, pushing up with your legs, or you can do it with your body up here and then pushing from the ground, basically. And the way you do that is there's this yellow knob here. You pull up, this goes down, and the weights are going to be loaded. You can see on the bars down here. That's where you'll put the weights. So you basically just climb on in. You can see where there's the little tire marks on the side on the metal. That's where you put your feet. Just like when we were doing our squats, you want to make sure that your knees are tracking over your feet. Bad news when your knees come in, so keep an eye for that. That's going to help prevent a lot of pain and injury that could happen from that. So you lean back. You want to make sure that these pads are on your shoulders, and then you push up. And that gets the weight off of the tracks that stop the weight from falling. And you pull these inwards, and that means the weight is fully on you. So that allows you to go down and up. And this is primarily targeting your quadricep muscles. Try the muscles on the front of your thighs. And then to take the weight off of your body, slide those guys back out, and then the weight's off. Do the leg press again, but we're gonna do it from the bottom this time. You probably want to adjust it so that it's at the top one. To go from the lower position, you just wanna climb in. And like I said before, where you put your feet is where the tire marks are gonna be on the metal. And again, to get the weight off of the tracks, basically. You push up, and you pull in these levers here, and then you're good to do your press. Okay, so to take the weight off, you slide the tracks out again, and then you lower it, and you're good. So this machine works your calves. I've taken the weights off, but you would normally put them right here. Be careful with putting too much on because you might come off and then just wreck your calves right away. You place your butt right here, push up. You place your feet so that your toes are only on the bar, and that allows you to drop your heels and flex your calves. Stop, bend at the knees. Good. This is our sanitation station. So this is our sanitizer that we spray down equipment after we use. And then we have paper towel that you can wipe it down with. Yeah, this is important just out of respect for people who are going to use it after. It's pretty important to clean everything off, and it's not hard to do. You also want to wipe down anywhere you touched. So if you adjusted any knobs, you want to wipe those down as well. Well, thank you for watching the video. I hope that you learned something, and I hope it's valuable to you. I think it's really important that everyone gets exercise. If that's not in the weight room, get outside and enjoy yourself out there. But yeah, if I'm around, if you see me in the gym, I'm happy to help out if you have any questions. And we'll see you next time.